Okay.
All right. So they just changed it that way. Red, green, blue, then white, white. All right, so all they did now is everything is addressed 1 through 8, basically. So just using fixture 1, you've got red, green, and blue for your columns. And then you've got red, green, and blue for your slat walls. And then you've got your 2 whites, your variable white channels for your front lighting. I would recommend breaking that out even more, so that way you can have individuals, because right now all of your columns are going to be the same. We could break that out so that you have individual control of every single column, if that's what you want to do.
I don't know. That may be a little too complicated for us at the moment.
Okay.
As far as who's going to be running it, so.
Right, but what you can do once you have everything set, that you can literally go in and go, okay, that's the color for the columns, and then that's the color for the slat walls, and then this is the front lighting level.
Yeah.
You can actually go in and record that onto a button.
Mm-hmm.
So that way whoever's playing it back just has to walk up and go, oh, it's time for this, that's button 1.
Okay.
Oh, now it's time for preaching, the band's done, boom, that's button 2, or
Okay.
5 or 8 or whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get as dynamic as you want to get. You can
Okay.
have every single piece be individually controlled. But that's the way it's operating right now. So you've used up your, if you keep it at fixture 1,
Yep.
you've already used up your 1 through 8.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to continue on and just only use fixture 1, you're going to have to jump to bank 2 and start your upper level for your keyboards, and then your singers, and then your drummer and your bass player and stuff
Okay.
like that. So you can do that, or else we can make that be over here on fixture 2. It doesn't matter to me. It's entirely up to you. But right now, we're at the end of the simplicity for their.
Okay.
So.
All right, so let's not make it simple. I'm going to have to do this tomorrow, so just tell me what I need to do to break it up.
If you just want to keep it on fixture 1, you can simply address your band lighting starting at 9. So it would be 9 for the keyboards,
Mm-hmm.
the light shining keyboards, and then you can make it 11 for the center 2 that are going at the band, and then make it 13 for the one that goes to the drummer.
Okay.
And that way, you'll have your RGB control when you're on bank. When you go back to bank A,
Yep.
this would be your red, green, and blue for your columns, red, green, and blue for your slat walls. This is passer's front lighting. Then you would jump to bank B, and then now you have your front lighting for your keyboards, and then you'll have your variable colors for the singers,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll have your variable color for your bass player / drummer.
Okay. And how do you,
And then you just have to jump back and forth.
but you were recommending that we not do it that way.
Just because it's limiting as far as the color goes.
Right.
Is right now it's going to be everything, all columns are going to be whatever color they are.
Right.
But if you think like Easter service, something like that, maybe you want to go a variable. So as you go across the stage, one column is red, and then you could transition so that the columns change over, and at the other end they're burgundy or
Okay.
yellow or whatever you want it to be, and then each individual slat wall can be a separate color. It's entirely up to you. Doesn't matter to me. However you want to run it, how dynamic you want the visual part to be.
All right.
Because if you got your PowerPoint, whatever you're projecting up there, and it's got 3 different colors in it, or 4 or 5 different colors, or 6 or whatever, right now we can only match 2 of them. Because this is going to be whatever your columns are, and this is going to be whatever your slat walls are, and that's it. So if you have more colors into it,
Yeah.
you could match it up even more if
Okay.
you want more dynamic, or not.
So does it require me changing settings on the fixtures themselves?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to do that.
Yes.
So setting up the new lights,
Mm-hmm.
what do I have to do on those as far as frequency, or do I still need to decide what I want to do with spread.
Yeah, you have to decide it, because what'll happen is right now, if we keep it the way it is, we keep going forward with that. We're gonna stay on fixture number 1, but we're gonna go to bank B and we're gonna start at 9.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna go more dynamic, then you're gonna start using individual fixtures.
Yeah.
All right, and that's gonna be starts at channel 1. Then the next fixture will be 16, and then the next add 16, add 16, add 16, add 16, and so on and so forth. So, and then you would start. This would be the first, So you would have basically, one column would be on 1, and that would be red, green, blue. Then you jump here, and that would be your next column, red, green, blue. And then you would jump here, and that would be your next column, and so forth down to 5. And then you could do your individual slat walls as 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then you could do your pastor's front lighting as 10. And then you could do your keyboards as 11, and the rest of the stage is 12. Or you could match, however you want to do it.
All right. I'm going to keep it simple for now.
Okay.
And I think over the next couple months, we'll think about possibly going that direction, I think.
Okay. Well, before I leave, I'll set the address for you so you know which one's which. But they will basically be set up as 9 and 11 and then 13.
Okay.
So just keep it simple.
Good.
And then all you'll have to do is jump.
I can still record those, right? On scenes?
Absolutely. 100%.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Okay.
Yep. And then you can also, when you're playing them back, if you notice that you can adjust the fade time.
Yeah.
So if it's all the way down the bottom and you hit,
It's just going to jump.
it's just instantly. But then if you play with that a little bit and you hit the button, then it'll slowly transition. But that's also the, but then you also have the blackout. So when you go to your video, you can change how fast it goes to blackout as well. Or if you just record a number, let's say number 8 is always everything at 0, everything off, then you could have that preset, hit number 8, and it'll fade.
It's a new blackout.
Yeah. Instead of blackout, it'll just go, everything's off.
Yeah.
Everything's back
button.
on. It's the panic button. But if you program everything at 0 on number 8, or whatever button you want, 1, 8, whatever makes sense to you,